Now, someone in the comments last time actually suggested that I should put like masking tape on here and write over it, which makes a lot of sense. But I have not prepared that, nor do I own any masking tape at the moment. So I'm going to keep using chalk for now. Also because chalk is kind of fun. There we go. Oh, wait, how did that get on there? What? Crossing the streams? That's so unusual. Hey guys, James here today and welcome back to another video. So if you guys saw the video I created a little while ago now about the new game update that had come out where they separated out the plants from Jungle Adventure, I did mention that I really wanted to have that pot plant with my actual face on it. I think I tweeted about it at some point. And I thought today, you know, we would try and create it ourselves because no one has done it and I'm really sad. I actually tried to do it myself already, but I didn't. It was kind of half-assed. So I thought, let's do it together. Let's make some custom content because it's not that hard and I think it would be a really good learning experience. We did it once before, kind of, in the middle of a review, in the middle of like a 20-minute review video or 30 or something. But today we're going to go together. So let's go over to the desktop. How did this get on my desktop? That's funny. Oh, look at all these quotes. Wow, the best podcast ever. Would listen again. Eye-opening. Just give it a go. Don't miss out. Oh, by Katrina! And you'll love it. There you go. Go to that website there. It's pretty good. No, so what we're going to do, Sims 4 Studio. And we're going to go for, we want to do an object standalone recolor, I believe is what we want to do. I'm still learning myself. What was it called? Lonely Bush or something? Plant? Here we go. This guy here. So obviously, if you do end up downloading this at the end of the video, or even now, you're going to require Jungle Adventure for this to work because it comes from that pack, so just as a heads up. So I'm going to save that to the desktop as plant. There you go, beautiful. It's going to create a new file for us, loading. Maybe I'll make this a little bit bigger. There we go. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. Oh, that looks really good. Now I'm just going to put my face on it. So let's go ahead and texture, and we're going to click on the export texture button. There's our little image there. So we're going to put that on the desktop as well. We need to say, I guess, plant texture. Aw, isn't that nice? Right, now let's jump over to good old Photoshop, which I prepared earlier. Open up our plant texture. There it is. Okay, so obviously we want to put my face on the pot, which is going to be this bit here, because if we jump back over to the studio, you can see that's definitely that section there. If you're ever wondering where something is, you can always just put like a little mark on something and figure it out. But what you may also notice is that this is a flat image. It's also a square, but if we go back over here, this is clearly... If you stretch that whole texture out, it would clearly be a rectangle. It's also clearly not square because it's rounded, which means to me, it looks like they're using the same texture on like two sides of the plant. So, you know, it's repeated, which is fine, but we got to keep that in mind with my face. We need to get an image of my face first. All right, so I think the best way to do this would just be to take a still of the video here. So I'm thinking for the pot. I mean, I could just do the image I had in the thumbnail last time, which was a bit of a, or I'm thinking something more like this. I make it kind of look like the Scream a little bit. Okay, so if I get the video I just recorded, which is right here. Oh, look, it looks great. And I just gotta go to where was not on my phone. There's a lot I cut out in these things. Now, where did I do the poses? Okay, here we go. Oh, that looks good. Wait, let's go for, there you go. It's gonna like smush it in the face a little bit. All right, let's save that. Now, it doesn't have to be perfect because it also is gonna be tiny on an object. Like it doesn't need, this is like a 4K image that we're saving, so it doesn't need to be that big, but it's gonna be useful. So I'm gonna drag that image in. There it is, beautiful. Let's set it to 100% of its size. See, that's a little too big. It's a little too big. We'll make it smaller. But we'll start here because that's going to be fine. So let's do that. I'm also just going to rasterize that layer, and I'm just going to do a quick rough cut around like this, and then we'll refine the edges a little bit. Okay, let's just do a quick. I mean, look, this is again, it's going to be on a tiny item. I'm probably going to blur the edges as well anyway. So a lot of this is probably going to disappear. If this is not a thumbnail shot as well, like this is mostly pretty good all round. I'm pretty ecstatic about it. So let's just do that. Now, what I would like to do, because obviously, here's what I'll show you what it looks like at the moment. Because if we put it over here, let's just do a really simple scale down, because this will give us a good idea of how the object is mapped. So we're going to do that. We're going to hit save. We're going to jump back over to Sims 4 Studio. We're going to import the item or the texture. And you can see currently it doesn't look great. There's two of them. As I said, it's going to repeat the image on both sides. It makes my head look a little strange, I think. But hey, it's getting there. So I think what we want to do, if we can bring like the top of the head in a little bit, try and make it look like it's, printed. Well, basically we're going to try and correct for the curvature on it. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna put it in the middle. I'm not sure that the middle is the best spot anyway, but we're gonna do that. We're gonna go filter, gonna whip out the old, actually, no, we're not gonna go filter. We'll go warp, I think. I'm gonna bring the top of the head in a little bit. It's gonna be a little strange, but at least in Photoshop, it's gonna look a little strange. We're gonna bring these two in. Let's see where we are. I think it's looking better. I mean, it looks, I mean, actually, that's not too bad. Maybe it looks a little tall. So if we bring the height down a bit, it's gonna warp. I'm gonna try warping the head down because the geometry of the item is gonna stretch it back out again. So this might actually work a little. I mean, it might work. I mean, it might not. I don't know. Makes my hair look weird though, but that's fine. Oh, that's actually way better. There you go. I think maybe if I just move it up a little bit in terms of the positioning and give it a little bit of transparency so we can see the texture through the pot, make it look like it's kind of painted on there. I might just do a simple just opacity slider on it, to be honest. That might be fine. If we go like that, and then maybe, so we go about 60%, that's not too bad. I want to filter that. So I'm just going to do this one because this actually gives us a lot of easy sliders to work with here. Really, I'm just trying to bring out the contrast because it's not going to look like this exactly. I'm going to bring up the clarity as well, really just define the lines between reality. No, we're not defining it. We could even remove a little bit of color, but I think it's probably fine where it is. If we do that, yeah, that brightens it up, but you can still see the texture through it a little bit. Now, I think want to remove some of the edges a little bit too. So I'm going to get out the brush. I'm going to take little parts of the edges off. I think I'm going to change the brush actually. So I'm going to use a brush like this because I actually want to take off a little bit of the edges here to make it look almost like it's kind of, you know, fading away back into the pot. So it's like been painted on there or something and it's sort of going back in a little bit. I don't know if this is going to look good. It might look terrible like that, but it might also work because the other thing I want to do, get out the blur tool, make this a lot smaller. And just like blur those little cracks a little bit. And let's go ahead and see what that looks like now. So it's moved up a little bit, we've brightened it up. It's now on the pot. It's got a few like little faded sections here and there. And I think that looks like the actual texture sitting on there looks way better than the original photo that we just slapped on there. It's in the right position, it's sort of spaced a little bit better. And you got my face on there twice. So there you go. That's my face. So now I guess what I'm going to do, I'm pretty happy with that. I'm going to go through and do it for the other 5 colors as well. So we're going to open all the other textures in here. There's all the different colors. Beautiful. Now I'm actually just going to copy that. And then we should just be able to paste in place in each of these to get it in the exact same position. Boom. Then we're just going to set the opacity to 66 on each of these. Like so, just going in here 66, just so it looks the same and consistent across all of the plants that we have here. Then we want to save each of these images and basically just re-import them. All right, so now we have all the colors in here with my face in it. Let's change the name of this to the No Longer Lonely Potted Tree, because now it's got my face on it. Why would that be sad? And also let's fix the grammar on this too, because that was not supposed to be it. It's ripped from its comfort, then added to the Sims' supply for their placement pleasure. Well, I mean, let's just change all of this. This plant was once ripped from its friends and was extremely lonely. Now, with the addition of the Sim Supply's face, it no longer is. And also, my face charges a premium here. Look, it's not gonna be 50 bucks, come on. my face goes for at least $250 on this guy. It's expensive. All right, let's go ahead and hit save on that guy there. So that will save our item and now we can chuck it in the game. Here we are, plant, it's in. Let's load up the build mode and have a look. So I've just loaded up my Wags to Riches vet clinic, which we've been renovating anyway. And the reason I loaded this up is because we actually used a bunch of these plants, the original ones, which are not as good. We used a bunch of them just here. Now let's go ahead and get out my new and improved version, which is all the way down here. Here it is. Oh, let's have a look. Oh my lord. Who would not want this good looking face in their game? Although those sort of pot lines look way more like intense in game, which is interesting. But that's okay. There you go. Look at that. All the colors of the rainbow. I mean, we could probably go to daytime and have a better look. Let's do that. Let's go outside. Oh, actually, you know what? Oh, I see what it is. It's like the shadow effects in the pot, I guess when I was inside, make it look a little bit more intense. So I might actually make my face a little less opaque. But anyway, if we go outside, it looks a little bit better here. Look at that. There it is. I'm in the game. How great is that? And then also, I mean, I don't know why you'd ever want to use this, but the No Longer Lonely Potted Tree. This plant was once ripped from its friends and was extremely lonely. Now, with this addition of the Sim Supply's face, it no longer is. There you go. Got all the colors of the pot rainbow. Isn't that beautiful? Not that kind of pot, this pot here. There you go. my face is now officially in the game. If you want to download it, I'll leave a link below. I don't know why you would, but if you do, it's there. So I hope you enjoy it, because I don't know why anyone would, but thanks for watching, guys. I mean, this is also kind of a semi-tutorial on how to create recolors for stuff. You can obviously do this with any item in the game. Now, this one's obviously going to require Jungle Adventure to be able to work properly, so if you don't have Jungle Adventure, this is not going to work. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, hope you learned something, hope you had a laugh, but until next time, have an awesome day.